looking at you, and you was looking at me, and we was thinking, whoa, 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 ho, ho. Go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go to Marcus.
Awesome dancing from Tatiana and Ariana. Welcome to this week's news production. In this segment, you'll be hearing from Savannah and Dean with sports announcements, Wesley and Loretta with a book review, Olivia with a day in the life of Mr. Eckard, then Olivia will report on Saudia's school-wide poll, and credits with Savannah and Alana. Enjoy.
If you're interested in playing for our modified baseball or softball teams and track and field, make sure you've signed up in your gym class.
And make sure the medical papers have been turned in on Family ID. Have a great sports year. Sponsored by Newtel.
Hi, I'm Wesley.
I'm Loretta.
Why do you like this book?
I really like this book because I have been reading a lot of Greek mythology lately, and I find it very interesting.
What's your favorite part about this book?
I don't want to be spoiler, but my favorite part is probably when Piper uses her charm speak to help save her friends.
Will you recommend this book to anybody else?
For all the Harry Potter lovers out there, this is probably a perfect book, but you should probably read the Percy Jackson series first, also by Rick Riordan, because then some of it will not make sense.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, Wesley, what's your favorite book?
Harry Potter, as you can see.
So, good morning. We're here with Mr. Eckard, and we're going to ask him a few questions about him.
Hi.
So, how do you make your classes more interesting and fun to learn in?
That's a great question. In 8th grade science, I was not what you'd call a great student. I didn't always pay attention, and just having things in writing and just being told how to do something never really worked for me. So I decided that when I became a teacher, I was going to try to incorporate as much doing rather than showing or telling. So I try as often as possible to have even a little mini daily activity that you can at least touch something, whether it be something small or something part of a bigger picture.
Okay. So, have you always had, not a love, but, a passion for science? Have you always liked science?
Yes and no. I think that people sometimes develop a liking for things that they succeed at. So I think more when I was younger, I think I was just good at science. It wasn't that I necessarily liked it. I've always been kind of curious, and I like to know why things. I don't just like to be told, this happens. I want to know, why does this happen? And I like to ask questions about things. So I think science kind of came naturally to me. And then when I found I was good at it, the more I learned about it, the more I realized I enjoyed it, and the more I developed a passion for it.
That's nice. So, what made you decide you also wanted to be an 8th grade teacher in general?
Well, I'm going to tell you the true story. So I always thought I wanted to work with high school students, and I originally, when I was in college, said I'm going to teach high school biology and college AP level, 12th grade, for kids who are going to get college credit. I was determined, and I thought there's no way I'm ever going to be a middle school teacher. And as part of your New York State certification, you have to do student teaching. And they require you to do one high school and one middle. And it turns out that my high school training or student teaching position did not go as well as I thought it was going to, and I enjoyed the middle school one so much, and I realized that, wow, maybe I'm cut out for this, and maybe that's not what it's supposed to be. And I think that the experience I had with those students really made me see, wow, I think 7th and 8th grade would be phenomenal. And I agree, now it's a perfect fit, I think.
Okay. And what do you think students need to know to succeed in 8th grade in general?
I think that the biggest factor that determines student success in 8th grade is where their desire for success comes from, or if it exists at all. I mean, we do every year have students that just don't care how well they do, if they do poorly or if they succeed. We have students that are doing it to get their parents off their back, but then we have kids who want to succeed because it comes intrinsically from themselves. And I think those are the kids that really have the most success, are the ones that want it for them, not for mom, dad, not for Mr. Mitchell, for my teacher. It's the one that they have that personal drive that really pushes them to go the extra step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime you want to do a video, room A11.
Sadia constructed a clothing and shoe poll to ask all of you, what are your favorite clothing brands? The poll was sent out March 6, 2019. The most people voted for Nike and Pink for the clothing, and for shoes, the most voted was Vans and Nike. The least people voted for Polo for clothing and shoes for Uggs. I personally chose Pink and Vans also.
Did you know there's only 64 days left of the school year? It is important to earn all your credits before the quarter ends so you can move on.
If you have any missing work, it is encouraged by all teachers and staff to talk to someone and get your work in.
This is Alana and Savannah signing off. Thank you for tuning into this week's news production, brought to you by Alana, Gianna, Matt, and Sadia. Make sure you be kind to one of others and earn those credits.